Welcome back to Anno 1800. Now, in the last episode, we did have a look at this new industry area here, and we got up our cab assembly line. And I have built an oil power plant here, but I'm thinking it's time to move the industry off the main island. Not necessarily all of it, but at least the dirty industry. That involves the pig industry, which causes vulgarity, and the metal industry, which causes pollution. Now, one way that you can check whether, or see at a quick glance, whether a building does produce pollution is the smoke. The smoke is black, and that means that this building is polluting. It doesn't apply to all buildings. You can see the cannery. It has sort of blackish smoke, but it's actually grey. It's just a dark grey. While this is black, like soot black. So, what I have done is I've transported some wares down to the vineyards. And I have I removed the public mooring here, and I moved the commuter pier from up there to down here, upgraded the roads to paved roads, and I built some railway lines so that I can get fuel and electricity up here. And I've prepared the building layout here, but I haven't really finished anything. Another thing that I have done is that I've colonized the little island down here, which is apparently Les Creusons, something like that. And I don't want to bother with getting oil and fuel on this island, so instead of doing that, I just built 6 hop farms.
Something to keep you going.
Now, I could have done this off camera, but one of the things that I do realize is that it's probably a little bit daunting for new players, even somewhat moderately experienced players, to go about the moving of industries. So that's why I wanted to do it on camera. I will probably take a few breaks in the recording because I need to do some calculations and stuff like that. Specifically, what we need to pay attention to is, we're going to get 4 of those, the raw materials. We need to know how much we are producing of iron and coal, and we need to know how much we're producing of zinc and copper, and then we need to funnel those, what we have in excess, down to the new industrial island. I don't think I'm going to move the non-dirty industry yet. That might happen later on as I want to expand the city even more. But for now, we are going to move the dirty industry and the pig industry. The pigs are fine. I don't need to pay attention to any of that. I can just remove them. And the same goes with the grain. And also with the tallow. That's a simple move thing. We are working... we are working on the World's Fair. It's in the phase 4 out of 5. I'm not sure if we are going to be able to finish that in this episode. Depends on how much I need to pause, because this phase has 16 minutes left. And then the final phase will also be 30 minutes. But maybe, just maybe, because that is 46 minutes. But I don't want the episode to be 15 something minutes. So, but maybe we will be able to do that. Now, the first thing I am going to do, in line with what I just said, is that I'm going to have a look at the various islands that we have, and I'm going to calculate, or rather write down the numbers for how much iron ore and how much coal, copper ore and zinc ore we are producing on the various islands. And while I'm doing that, I will just pause the recording, so I shall return shortly. There we go. I have done a quick overlook of our production. And in total we are producing 40 tons of iron ore per minute, 40 tons of coal per minute, and 14 each of zinc and copper. The next thing we have to take a look at is our routes. For instance, we have this one here, which carries iron, coal, copper, and wood. This route needs to be changed into just carrying wood from the woods of Wib. And then the iron, coal, and copper needs to be redirected down there. So that is a little bit more complex a route to deal with. On this route, I have a schooner, and I'm not happy with having a schooner on this route, so I think I might do something about that. We also have this route, which is carrying iron, coal, and zinc. This one is carrying iron back and schnapps up. And then this one is carrying clay, coal, and zinc. Okay. Orderenge doesn't seem to be producing. It's producing limestone for us. And that's the only thing I am producing on Roderenge. So Roderenge is fine for now. Let me see here. Let's start with this route here and ditch these 3 wares. And just replace it with wood. And let's allow him to delete. No. That was the right button. Cancel. Wood. Remove these. And discard cargo. And of course unload. This one is now only for wood. And then we need... Let's see, this route here, this is a schooner. Let's jump to that schooner. Stop you. That's nice. And what I want to do is send this schooner. Geesh, it's a long way. Back here. Rename this ship into Old World Route 6. I'm fine with that. Now, this route will be very different. What are we picking up from Zvollen? We're picking up all of them from Zvollen. It would be nice if we could do... I know that's not going to work really. Zvollen is iron, coal, and zinc. And Zvollen is producing 4 tons of zinc. It should work, really. If I add Zvollen in, move it up, and I load more zinc, raw materials. We have the copper, and on Zvollen we also load up iron, and we load up coal, and we unload all of these on the chateau. No, because we need to change that to the vineyard. So we delete this one and unload, 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 unload. That should be okay, I think. Let's just see here. That would be Havisham and Zvollen. And let's remove that one from the trade route.
Of earth and have resentment.
Go away. And then this ship here, like this one needs to unload the copper, but I can't do that. So let's just name this something. Old Grumpy. That's a good name for it. Let's send this to here. Oh my dear. We got Lady Baines, proponent of protectionism. Oh my. Hello. She's pretty good. I'm gonna put her in here. Lady Baines. It affects all the trading posts. Anytime... Okay, so one thing is the locking of the shares. That is not really that relevant. Same with the Will of Steel. Residences no longer lose happiness as a result of morale during Island Wars. It's also not very important. But the harbor activity, 30%. And then the passive trade of gaining 5 tons of bread, goulash, canned food, sausages, chocolate, fried plantains, tortillas, beer, schnapps, champagne, rum or coffee. Yeah. She's going right in there. She has some nice expedition bonuses, but that's just much better. Okay, the final phase is ready to begin here. So let's finish this phase. And now it looks almost finished. So we'll do phase 5. We have everything we need for that, so let's just start that phase. It's going to have to pick up goods. Now what next I'm going to do here is I'm going to tear these down. What is this? That is a motor assembly line. I need to build a motor assembly line on the other island as well. This is a weapon factory. I also need to build that on the other island. Let's leave those for now. Now, how much iron and coal do we need? 22. So we need some iron to come to this island. Where can I get that? I can get that from the woods. So what I'll do is I'll go back to the trade routes here and I'll add iron ore. And that's that one ticked off. Wood and iron. I would prefer to have a capital I there. Thank you. Also, let's not allow it to discard cargo anymore. Because it has done that, I believe. Should be good on... I might need to... No, because I've spent a lot of building materials. So that's the reason why we're low on wood. We are not good on engineers, though. How many engineers does this require? 2,000. That's a lot. Do you guys... Yeah, you require pocket watches, which I currently do not produce.
Production has stopped.
Okay, I can fix that. Let's see here. I do have this one. That didn't do much.
I'm cheery as a coiled spring.
That didn't do much at all. There we go. Yeah, because this one only affects workers and artisans. Okay, so now we get more workforce and we get more income. Do I have a 50% that... This one affects all residences. The income is not that important. I mean, illness chance, it's irrelevant, but I think I'll use this one instead. So that fixed our labor issue for the World's Fair. Good.
What a time to be alive.
So now the next thing we have to do is on Route 8. This one is going from Zolden, isn't it? Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to pause that one. We're probably going to drop that route altogether. Okay, let's have a look at Route 6 again. Let's add the ship we have for Route 6. Like so. It should now go to these two islands here and take that down there. Accept. Now, this route here. I'm going to delete the ship from the trade route. Accept. Because this trade route is no longer relevant. We might have to transport more coal to the chateau. But I'm thinking we can get that from Hammervik, since it's in close proximity. We're not using excessive amounts of coal here. No, actually we do need more coal. So we'll get that from Hammervik. Let's go edit that route right away. We are going to add the vineyard. Let's remove this and unload the zinc there. And accept. This iron... Oh, actually... This is redundant. We get iron from the manor, so I can remove these again. Where are you? This one is trade route number 5. Is that the one going to Hammer? Just over... Why haven't you dumped your goods? I'm gonna do that then. This is a little head wringer. You really have to think. I'm done with Hammervik. Now the woods. I think I'm going to use this ship here, but I suspect we're full up on all of these raw materials down. No, we're not. So let's send this ship down here. I have some construction material ships down here. I can drop off this and send this back here in case we need more construction materials. We can also drop off those, but I have to leave the ship there because of the... I cannot... There we go. Because of the timber. We are going to need the timber when we upgrade all of these buildings or start them up. I also needed let's see here, a weapons factory. I'd like to blueprint that. And I would prefer to have another warehouse out here and upgrade that twice. That means we can already do this. I'll offer one more. These we should be able to just... Yeah, no, it doesn't have any space for coal. Let's send the coal down to Kahina. Or maybe not, because I'm going to have to upgrade the storage on this island, now that I think about it. We might also want to have a Docklands on this island. So, yeah. But...
Production has stopped.
Yeah, we're probably going to see that a couple of times. I have a couple of expeditions. Let me just quickly go through those.
Hope you're feeling resourceful.
Prepare that. Did get some rather nice rewards earlier.
Raising horrors.
Convince them.
It's
The
recently Anno.
zoological expedition. Let's find cover. And knowledge of local practices. Good. Finally, the botanical expedition.
Wild things pursue us.
Read the map. Divine the meaning of the glyph stone. Investigate the crawlways. That didn't very well. You are forced to abandon your search for Elduda. Okay. Not that worried about a morale loss on the on a 1-skull expedition. It would have been far worse if that was on the 3-star expedition. The other thing that I needed down here was something huge. Yeah, the motor assembly line. That's under engineers. I suppose I could turn it around and fit it in like that. Or I could fit it in here. I'm gonna put it there, and then we can have a road go. That is covered by the trade union, which is the most important part there. We should also have another fire station. I'm gonna put that there. These things are very prone to explode. And having lots and lots of fire stations in the area is always a good idea for buildings that like to explode. I'm going to build excessive fire stations here, just to have plenty of fire stations in the area. Okay, so the next thing that we are looking at would be this route. This route is bringing coal and iron from the vineyard, which is redundant. We will just take the fish, because why would we want the coal? And then we have the grapes, champagne and copper. We are going to remove the copper from that. I might want to replace this route with a new one, and as a matter of fact I think I shall do so. Fish, grapes, champagne. I don't think I have enough space for that. Let's pause it, accept, and for this one let's pause it and accept. Let's jump to the ship. Put the ship there. The other one is here. Let's just unload the fish. So. And that will be route number 7. I'll take this ship for that. Then route 7 will be fish and it will be grapes. And then champagne. Find it, that is. Yep, good. Delete this run and add that one.
Ready for a challenge.
Could unload that, but I don't think we can unload the coal.
Attention for the Admiral.
Sea Star.
4 hours in a row. Time to stretch your legs.
Yeah. Send that one over there. And this can be George. And send that one over there. Let's send down a cargo ship as well, because I don't want to sell the sails. Old Grumpy, let's sell this copper, and then let's sell the schooner itself. Yeah, thank you. Go on. Toodaloo. Okay, so the next thing that we need to deal with, no idea what to call this. Star of India. That's a good name. We have this one that is inactive, and that one should be inactive because we've replaced that with this route. So I'm going to do a quick job here and just delete the route. Route number 10.
Production has stopped.
Delete the route. Now that brings us to this one, which is now going to be route number 8. And let's jump to the clipper and change the name of it to 8. And finally we have this one. It's now route 9. Jump to the ship and rename that to 9 as well. Now let's just make sure that we have the... So this one is taking to the correct location. This one, however, is not. We have a clipper on this route. Okay, let's jump to the ship. And stop it here. Drop off what we can. And this one will be the new. Do I have any of these who is number 2? Yes, this one is number 2. And this one can be halibut. I don't like selling them with those weird names. Okay, we do that. Send halibut down here. Then have a look at the route. Number 2. We want that to add the vineyards and unload these on the vineyards instead. I think we do have enough fur. If not, we can always add that later on. Let's find our ship. Here it is. Accept. The potato, that's fine. Fur, zinc, copper, fine. Clay, that's fine. I hate it when that happens. Be right back. There we go. I switched back to DirectX 11. I've been playing with DirectX 12 for the longest time, but that very bizarre error thing started popping up with DX12, so I think this would fix it. I had to redo a couple of the things because I did lose a couple of things that I had done, but oh well. What did we upgrade now? Sausages, apparently, because we're importing plantains. I don't think we get any modules for that. No. Now, at least. So, yeah, I was working on these ships over here. Let's drop... Sorry. Let's drop off the sail from both of them into the cargo vessel and send the cargo vessel back here. And then we will sell these ships to Kahina.
Don't touch.
Like so.
Ready for a challenge.
This one was the one that I was working on. Old World Route number 2. Let's see. We have to redo that. This goes to this. This one drops off its goods and it can go down here. I would like to switch if I can manage. So I was a little bit too fast there. Go back. Oh, wait. I'd like to have a sail in there instead of... Or actually, no, I don't want to have a sail in there. The cargo slowdown on this guy is better. So let's just send it off on its merry way. How are we coming along on the spare? Oh, we're almost done.
All hands at the ready.
Yes, yes, yes. Done. Okay, drop these off here, and this ship will be used for something completely different. Because this was Route 2, I'm going to rename it to Route 10 and drop it out route. On Route 2 we are now going to put on this one. Off you go. And then we need to create a new route. Create route, trade routes, Le Creuson to Wolf's Vineyard. And we need to load up hops. That off. And this is Old World 10 hops. Let's put it into the Old World group. Accept. Then we can put... Find it, that it is. I don't feel we need a cargo ship for this little distance here. I think I built... yeah, I did build a pier over here, so... It's not that far for it to cross over either. It's just down here and then up there.
A lustrous jewel.
Okay, that means we're getting in hops to this island as well, which is required for our beer industry. Let's just start by doing this. The next thing we want to do is...
Look busy, people.
let's see here. We want to take out these two. And then we want to tear down this one and this one. How does that affect our use of iron? Yeah, because we removed the specialists, I think. Sure. How are we producing steel? Ah! No. How are we producing steel? I don't have any of these on the island. Must be a specialist somewhere that gives us steel. This gives steel beams. It doesn't give steel. And this one? No. Why are we getting steel? Wait, I'm reading it wrong. We need steel. We're not producing it. We are also producing too little tallow. I have no idea why, because I don't think... Did I up my... Using too little tallow?
These could be stricter.
Oh, it's because of the productivity bonus from the Palace Department of Labor. That makes sense. We are going to move that over here though, so we can do that right away. We can build... We need 4 rendering works. So really, we don't need 4 because we have power, so we need 3. Might want to put those here actually. Then we need 2 soap factories. Like so. And that looks like a good location for a fire station. Right, we can just start producing tallow. We have pigs here. I've already built the pigs and the grain as mentioned earlier, so we should be full up stocked on both of those. We have started to get in hops. The potatoes we are getting from Hancock. 1 every 8th cycle, which isn't really that often on these, but we are producing a little bit of potatoes on this island. 1 ton per minute ish. Okay, now we need to move the specialists, and I made a little cheat sheet so that I don't forget which ones I was going to use. Come on, come on. Trade union items, we are going to use, let's see here, we need steely-eyed steelsmith. I'm pretty sure he's blue. Maybe he's not. No, I don't need that. There he is. We need him. We also need the reverberating furnace, which is this one. And I haven't really got any other that I was planning to put in there. So we could get a Ferris Al-Sarami. He's always a good choice. Or we could get Lord Footprint's Gargantuan Smokestack Act, which will give us 55% productivity, but will nullify the reduction of negative attractiveness from this guy. But to be honest, I'm not really that worried about that, so I think I'll use that. He gives 30% productivity. Let me just check the other one that I have, because I have another one. This one, the Heavy Coal Permit. That's 40% productivity versus 30 productivity. So we'll use the Heavy Coal Permit instead, because I don't care about the attractivity down on the Vineyards Island. Now for the other one, I was looking at Chantel. Sure if she's actually going to be needed, but find her. She might also be blue, I suppose. Or I might have to go hunt her. I have to go hunt her. I don't have her, actually. The other one was the Fine Cake Decorator, which I'm also pretty sure that I don't have. Oh, I do. She will produce some additional chocolate from the bakeries. Not a lot, but a little bit. And also the baker, so that I don't have to worry about the flour mills. Now we could use Perfumier Prunella. She does replace tallow with wood, and she completely negates the negative attractiveness, but to be honest, that's if you produce the soap on your main island. And I could do that. I could just skip the entire soap chain down there and put her in, if I have room for her, that is. I don't think I have room for her. I think that's the reason why not. Yeah, that's the reason. Otherwise, I would put her in here. But I'm not about to build another trade union here just to get her in. And the ones that I have here are kind of important, so we'll just leave it as is. So we have to go hunt down the final specialist that we need, which is Chantel. She should be purple. No. 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 I don't need another Hancock right now. I think she's purple. Let me just check that so I don't scroll past her. Unknown. Chantel the Charcutier. She is indeed purple, and she should come from Eli. Yes. It's just a matter of re-rolling a couple of times, and she should show up. I don't particularly worry about our monetary situation, so... take another Drew Durnell, and then the last spot is reserved for Chantel. I really do want her, so I'm going to reroll until I get her. There we are. Easy peasy, and of course lemon squeezy, and we send her down here. Let me just speed things up. I don't want to start up the factories until I have everything I need. I also thought that we would finish off the episode with a grand finale of finishing the World's Fair, so that's why I haven't finished it yet. Come on, come on. Yep. And let's drop off her. Did I remember? No, I didn't remember to send off the other ship, the specialists. Vroom vroom. There we go. And let's drop off these. Okay, so this trade union here gets Chantel, the Fine Cake Decorator, and the Baker. And this trade union here gets the Lord Footprint's Gargantuan Smokestack Act. Cannot equip an item of the same type. Okay. So we have to go back then and pick up the other one. Okay. That's a nifty little thing. Vroom vroom. Because I would like to have the bonus the other one gives. Steely-eyed steelsmith. And send him back. Room. You guys are probably going to think I'm going insane saying room all the time, but most of you already know that I am slightly insane, so I'm not that worried. Okay, now we are going to upgrade these 3. And we're going to upgrade the 2 brass smelteries. And this one does affect all of them. Now oh, this affects these as well. The pollution here should be nasty now. Yeah, and it's going to get nastier as well. Next up, we can start up the bakeries, the slaughterhouses, the breweries. I think we should be good on tallow as well. Yep, so we can start up those. This ship, let's send that back here. And let's go and do this, this, and then this. And suddenly we have a lot of space available on this island. We need the potato farm, so I can't tear down those just yet. I'm not sure if I want to tear them down either. But one thing that I definitely do want to do is to reserve this area for our cultural venues, particularly the museum, since all of the new modules for the museum is free. We'll also tear down these things. We don't need them anymore. If you hold down shift, by the way, you can delete all the decorations in one fell swoop. That can go away, and this road can go away. There we go. The rest of it, well, we don't need those 2 either, so those go away as well. And these roads here can go away. Now we should not have... We do have that. Get the oil refineries, we can't get rid of those. We also need to get rid of the soap factories and the rendering works over here, so let's do that. No, it doesn't. So we need to do this. Okay, let's just check quickly. 6, and in terms of intermediate, we are using less than we need. I'll be able to modify that a little bit. 25%. 2. Okay. 3 of these shouldn't be enough. And again, I do have the production modifiers here. How about on 10? Okay. Remove it then. That's strange. Well, it is because of the Chantel, because we are getting additional tallow from the slaughterhouses, so...
Reporting in.
Okay, so this one is transporting fish, grapes, and champagne.
Cargo stations.
We need a new route going from here, not there, here to there. We need to transport bread, soap, sausage, the chocolate we can put in the other ship, so that's fine. We also need to transport steel beams. We need to transport steam motors. And we finally need to transport weapons. This is number 11. Yeah, that's a good question. What on earth am I going to call this trade route? Various goods, I suppose. Except... into the Old World group.
Hold the crane.
11 ship 01, and one thing that I do want to do is go down here and set a minimum stock of 100. That is the only thing we are producing here that I want. No, I do want to have a minimum stock on the steam motors as well, so let's leave that at 50. Actually, let's leave it at 100. If I need to build 10 farms, I will be able to do so. Go into the routes and add the ship onto the trade route, like so. That is what we're producing here, right? We're producing
Look sharp, the governor's here.
beer. I forgot beer. Well, we can put beer on here. The chocolate isn't important. That should be enough. But that's beer as well. With beer, we have bread, sausage, and soap. I do need to transport over some steel.
Think of it as hard evidence of your character.
While I would like that, I loathe the escort quest, so I'm going to refuse that. We do need to go to the intermediate products and set this at a minimum stock of 200. Okay, let's finish up the episode. I can do the trade route later on. We do have enough of the... what do you need?
Curious.
We have those. That's for cannon weapons, and these two are for steel beams. Good. Now I suppose the yeah, very high and high. Even with all these fire stations, it's because they are so centered. So we'll have the occasional kaboom happening here, but I will just rebuild them, so it's not a big problem. Let's finish the World's Fair. I like the music when this happens. So we have the World's Fair.
I have every right to have high expectations.
I'm thinking that I will decorate the area around it. It doesn't look too bad that it's crooked, actually. Because the building is level, so it looks like they've just leveled it on top of the hill. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, under normal circumstances in the original Anno without DLCs, this would be the victory condition, so I would have won the game at this point. And I could have continued if I wanted to, of course. Yeah, I've also built a couple of new palace things.
Third house needs work.
So,
Gate keeps jamming
there are 4 categories here. You have the architectural marvels, where you'll get ornaments and buildings. You have the science and innovation, where you'll get machines and inventions. You have archaeology and ethnography. 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 Yeah, I think ethnography. That was a tongue twister. So this gives rare and uncommon artifacts for the museum. And of course, botany and horticulture gives botanical ornaments. And then 2 uncommon and rare plants for the you want now. That's a quest that I don't know. I was forced into it. Interesting. It's probably... Oh, I remember what it is. It's the steamer. But I'm going to do a science and innovation preparation for this. Now, they are going to require nibbles and canapes. They are going to require a modest drink selection. Note that it's a random pick, so they are going to require potatoes, fish, bread, or sausages between 20 and 45. They are going to require between 50 and 100 beer or schnapps. They are going to require grapes or plantains, between 20 and 45 of those. And they do require access to electricity. We don't have that many investors currently, but the goods reduction is currently at 14%. So that's good. Let's confirm that.
It's a phenomenon.
And this starts up the preparation time, where they will gather up these 3 things, which is bananas or plantains, bread and beer. And if I manage to collect all of these goods, this will be filled up and we can get the top tier. I prefer to go with this one, the advanced tools. Basically, you don't always want to go with the highest tier one. Advanced tools will give us some blue items, like the a good example of one of those blue items would be the one that we're using down in the Union here. This one, the reverberatory furnace. So I'm looking for some of those items. So I suspect that the attractiveness here has gone down the drain substantially, minus 123. On our main island, we should be... We do have the cab assembly line. I need to tear that one down. No, I can't tear that one down. I'll keep that on this island. I don't see the problem with that little pollution. At least for now. With that, however, if you have any questions and or comments, then please do feel free to leave those in the comment section. I hope that the episode was both enjoyable and hopefully also educational for those of you who have perhaps been struggling with how do I move industry. And thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you all in the next episode.